Hello dear friends, welcome to MACSGATE. In this session, let us start with Introduction to Python. What is Python? Python is an open source, general purpose, object-oriented, dynamic, high-level interpreted language. Many of these terms will be clear to you later. We try to understand what is this high-level interpreted language. See, the high-level programming languages are classified as compiled programming languages and interpreted programming languages. In compiled programming languages, the source code is converted to machine code by the compiler before execution. Whereas in interpreted languages, the interpreter reads the code line by line and executes each line immediately. Python is high-level interpreted programming language. Now let us understand the execution process in Python. Before that, we need to understand compilation process. Compilation can be classified as platform dependent compilation, which happens in programming languages like C, C++, and platform independent compilation, which happens in programming languages like Java and .NET. In platform dependent compilation, the compiler converts the source code directly into platform specific machine code, which then executed. Suppose you want to run the program on a different machine, again the source code need to be recompiled. Whereas in platform independent compilation, the compiler converts the source code into intermediate code. This intermediate code is platform independent representation of the code. The intermediate codes are very simple instructions understood by the virtual machines. These virtual machines then execute the code on the target platform. If you consider Java, the Java compiler converts the Java source code into bytecode. Bytecode is platform independent intermediate code. Whereas in .NET, the .NET compiler converts the C hash code into intermediate code known as Common Intermediate Language or Microsoft Intermediate Language. In Java, the Java virtual machine execute the bytecode on the target platform. Actually, the Java virtual machine contains this just-in-time compiler which converts the bytecode into platform-specific machine code. Then Java virtual machine will execute that particular machine code. Whereas in .NET, the common language runtime execute this common intermediate language. Even in .NET, the CLR, the common language runtime, contains just-in-time compiler which converts that common intermediate language to platform-specific machine code. Then the common language runtime execute that particular code. So here the virtual machines, that is Java virtual machine in Java and common language runtime in .NET, they are actually responsible for loading and executing the intermediate code, managing memory, and providing other services to the programs. Now let us understand the execution in Python. In Python, it appears as the Python interpreter reads the code line by line and executes it immediately. However, the bytecode compilation process still occurs, but it is done automatically by the Python interpreter. See here, the Python interpreter takes care of both compiling the code to bytecode and executing it. See, the Python compiler in Python interpreter reads the source code and translate it to bytecode. So Python source code will have .py extension, whereas this bytecode will have .pyc extension. The virtual machine in Python interpreter then execute the bytecode by linking the functions such as printf, etc. in library modules and interpreting it line by line. So here the Python interpreter is responsible for bytecode compilation, for loading and executing bytecode, managing memory, and providing other services to Python programs. So this is how the execution happens in Python. So here Python interpreter takes care of both compiling the code to bytecode and executing it. And it is done automatically by Python interpreter. Now, if you consider this Java, .NET and Python. So Java compiler compiles Java source code into bytecode, and in .NET, the .NET compiler compiles the C# source code into CIL, that is Common Intermediate Language. See, even in Python, the bytecode compilation process is done, but it is done automatically by the Python interpreter. So you don't see it explicitly, it happens automatically. So because of this, Python is also called compiled interpreted language. Now this particular bytecode, or in .NET it is called CIL, or the bytecode of Python, they are all platform independent, which makes these languages portable. Now in Java, the Java virtual machine executes the bytecode on the target platform. So we get the machine code of the target platform. Similarly, .NET, we have this CLR, that common language runtime, which executes the CAL on the target platform. Now here in Python, the Python interpreter executes the bytecode by interpreting line by line. So all the three are platform independent, that is portable. See here in Java and .NET, the compilation is done by the compilers, then the execution is done by Java virtual machine and CLR respectively. But in Python, everything is taken care by Python interpreter. See, this Python interpreter is also responsible for other tasks, not only loading and executing bytecode, it also manages memory, garbage collection, many other services it provides to Python programs. Similarly, the Java virtual machine in Java, the CLR in .NET also, they provide other services to their programs.